Hi guys, Nerdy Perkins here, bringing you my live reaction to My Hero Academia, Chapter 93, The Embers of One for All. It does not bode well. Anyway, we'll get right into the chapter. We start out right on the page. If you feel yourself hitting up against your limit, remember. We just see, remember. So that I'm guessing this is a speech from the past, and then someone else thinking this, most likely All Might, but we'll see in a moment. Remember for what cause you clench your fists. We see echoing again, for what cause. Remember your drive while you started down this path, and let that memory carry you beyond your limit. And we're getting like, it looks like kind of like, we see a flame and kind of like this dark, like almost like snowstormy, like black ink. And it says, from the flames within, his master's voice resounds. So this might be Deku hearing All Might. We'll see in a second. Ooh, young All Might. I want to create a world where people can live their lives smiling. For that reason, a symbol is necessary. Ooh, I want to see more young All Might. Come on, come on. All right. And it says, Volume 9 is on sale now. If only it was in the US. Anyway, The Embers of One for All, Chapter 93. Heroes resisting death. We see a really cool shot of, like, just All Might's arm is, like, beefed up. And we see his other arm, like, limp down. And we see his face is kind of, like, his hair's, like, floating just a little bit up. Not too much. Not in its normal V. We see Gran Torino in the rubble. You can still move, can't ya? Push past your limit. Ouch. And I don't know if this is a thought of All Might or Gran Torino, but how many times has he negated a large-scale attack like that one already? He is approaching his limit with only his right arm in muscle form. That warped appearance says it all. With all your might, will this be your final swing, All Might? So that was All for One. We see he's like floating in the air, and they have it's really awesome panel like distribution. So we have him like in the top panel, but then his legs go down to the next two panels, and we just see him and All Might like staring down at each other, and like his legs are kind of over top of that with the shadow going between them. It's really cool. Wounded heroes are the most terrifying of all. Doing a little bit of a Bane voice. He does have the Bane mask, basically. Your face as you came after me, even with your guts spilling out. Even now, I still see it in my sleep. Doesn't even look like you have 2 or 3 swings left in you. And he's pumping up his arm again. We see a flame ball going at him, and he just swings it away, and we have Endeavor popping in. What the hell is with that appearance, All Might? And it looks like I don't know his name, the guy who can like condense himself and is like a needle basically, is standing next to him. And we see All Might looks over, and we have Endeavor. What are you? And then we see all the like Nomu, however you say them, are getting tied up by the police. Really cool 2-panel. Although you were all pretty mediocre to have taken care of the Nomus already, I guess I shouldn't expect any less from the man who ascended to rank number 2. We have Endeavor All Might. Is that a young Endeavor? Interesting. In order to surpass you, I've devoted myself to my studies. So much so that I've come to fully realize the gap between you and me. The sight of that form of yours. And we just see him looking on at All Might with steam coming off him. And there's like, there's literally a, like, crevice between the two of them. Makes me feel despair. And we see him thinking about his son and his wife, specifically Shoto. Why in blazes does it look so pathetic today? See All Might looking over at him with a blood streak going across his eye. If only you'd come to cheer from the sidelines, If you've only come to cheer from the sidelines, then I'm going to have to ask you to rest, and the rest of the peanut gallery to keep down. We see the guy the needle guy just like, looks like he condenses down and just goes right through his head as he expands back on the other side. Very cool. Don't kid yourself, you savage. We came here to help. Oh, and now we have, what's his name? Kami Wood, I think. He's just wrapping up all the other heroes with his arms. Mount Lady, Best Jeanist. And I think the other one's the guy with like the weird like mask and cape. So he's grabbing them and getting them off the battlefield, it looks like. You gave it your all Might, or you gave it your all, Mount Lady. It looks like someone is maybe saving that girl. Oh yeah, it's what's his name? Tiger. Yeah, this is about as much as we can do. Your leg. Oh, here are your legs. But if it lightens your burden even a little, Tiger. That was All Might thinking to himself. Please, All Might, stop that wicked fellow. Everyone is wishing for your victory. No matter what your appearance may be, you are still everyone's #1 hero. Gran Torino thinking to himself. Yagatashi Nori. Oh wow, that's a young Gran Torino, and he's actually tall. He's an interesting one. A bit of a maniac he is. According to him, the reason why crime hasn't fallen is because the people of this country have nothing to put their faith in. Right now, this country does not have a pillar, and so he says that he will become that pillar. Everyone is wishing for you, and we're just seeing like a bunch of people yelling. We see the news crew in the helicopter. We see people on their phones and cars. We see the people on the watching via TV. We see the principal and some of the other teachers watching on, and then all the students. Victory! We see All Might posed over top of that. Oh, that's so. This is a really good chapter when it comes to panels, and we see Deku yelling with I think Bakugo beside him. How irksome! As like All for One just like sends out a blast wave basically. Enough with the sentimental talk. Let's talk reality. Oh my, that's like just straight up Akira. Like I just turned the page and he has like this huge, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's just like looks like rock with some arms and some like technology. It's just like all creating this one giant hand. Like literally some Akira stuff going on here. But locomotive corkscrew, explosiveness ×4, muscular enhancement ×3, hypertrophy, rivet, airwalk, bone spear. The shock waves up until now have been just to wear down your strength. Nothing lethal. But now to make sure I kill you, I have crafted this combination of the strongest, most suitable quirks. Like, this arm is crazy. Like, damn. I will strike you down. Just now, when Just now, when our fists clashed, I finally was able to confirm it, All Might. Okay, this is, I think, All for One thinking. One for all is no longer in you. All that is left is in you are the echoes, leftovers, the embers that remain after passing on the torch. And every time you use that flame, it weakens. Now, whether or not I try to blow it out, it will disappear and ever so weak, dissipate in ever so weak glow. Midoriya Izuku. He's talking about Deku. He's the one you transferred it to, right? Without any qualifications, he still came here. It's as if unable to control himself. Regret what you've done. Regret and perish, All Might. For even as a sensei, you have lost. We see just a flash before the fists meet. What's gonna happen? And boom! It's just huge. Like, literally, like, it just looks like it took out the entire, like, blocks and blocks and blocks of the area that's between the two of them. Impact. Reversal. All the power you released, I'll turn it back to you! And All Might's like, that's right. As a sensei, I must chide myself. I must chide him! We see his face as he's punching. We see Deku yelling out. I see. How unsightly. So dim that it's about to go out. The feeble embers. And still you fight to keep it alive. We just see it's like almost like a metaphorical image of All Might just crept over this small fire. To prevent it from going out, at least until you fulfill your duty. You'll fight ever so desperately to protect that flame. If you feel yourself hitting up against... Oh, this is All Might. If you feel yourself hitting up against your limit, remember... Not just as a symbol of peace, just like what my master did for me. I too, until I am done bringing him up. To think you go to such unsightly lengths to fight for it. I miscalculated. And we see All Might, I will not die! Smash! It looks like he, maybe, pushed the fist away, and just looks like he gets him right in the face. His fist, a belief in the future, and a connection to the next generation. My Hero Academia, Chapter 93, end. Alright. Yeah, I have a good idea what I'm going to score this chapter. It was really good. Yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. Let me know your thoughts on this chapter down in the description below. Pardon if I mispronounced any names. I'm very bad at the Japanese names, but there wasn't too much in this one. But yeah, a review's going to be up shortly after this, probably. And until next time, guys, stay nerdy.